It's a dolphin run. Now, we're not talking about porpoises or flipper, but dolphin the fish, known as Mahi-Mahi. That's the Hawaiian term, and most people think of it that way. Fishermen call him dolphin, but for most people you say that and they get them confused. We're going to be drawing and painting the dolphin today. It's a beautiful fish, blue and yellow and green. They're pelagic. They're out in the open sea, but closer to shore, somewhere, just a little east of the Gulf Stream. They like to hide under weed lines. When you see the flash of them under the water, it's really exciting. They almost have a neon color to them. They have a flat nose. They have a long dorsal fin. Again, beautiful colors. We're going to have fun today when we draw and paint the dolphin. We're going to start off with an oval. I made a couple of guidelines here how long I want my oval because it's rather long. So we're doing our oval right here between my lines. Okay, then we have a rather long rectangle here and a big triangle in the back for our fin. In the front, this is where it comes differently. We're going to go straight out from our oval and come down like a box. So we made a box off the front. This is because he has a rather boxy shape to his head. We're going to round it right here. Now, come straight here, come on that round, come down about 3/4. Now we're going to come in a little bit like that, come out just about till we hit it, round a little. Now we're going to come down and up. And we've got that almost like a bulkhead in the front. For the top, we're going to come up just a little bit and we're going to angle it down. So come up a little higher, follow our oval, go down to here, round it, go all the way up and a little bit extended back. For the bottom, we're going to come underneath here and we're going to follow our oval again to the peduncle, that rectangle, and out again and a little bit in. Look where our box is, come out about 1/3 of the way and make a line. The fin, this is a fin of a pelagic fish. That's a fast swimming fish. This is going to come into that here, and then we're going to bring this right out to there. So we have this very rigid tail, which is very unlike our reef fish, which is floppy. Now for the extended dorsal fin. Just behind where we made this bump, right about here, it's almost even with the bottom of the mouth. We're going to make an angle up, side like that. It's about, I'd say, 3 fingers up on my proportions. And we're going to angle it all the way down, just about here to the peduncle and in. It's a continuous hard dorsal to soft dorsal. Now for the ventral fin, come underneath where the gill is a little bit further, and we come out, up and over. Again, there's 2 of these. Let's show a second one. Another line and up. So there's the 2. Now for the anal fin, it starts just a little bit back. We come straight down, up a little bit, curve it, and it's even with there. See, they both kind of go in here on the peduncle. For the eyeball, find where the mouth goes down. The mouth really goes down, and he looks kind of angry. So right up from here is going to be our eyeball. Behind our gill, we're going to put in one of our pectoral fins. It's got an arch, goes back and in and down. So here is our basic shape. We can round this just a little, but bring it down a little more. And we're going to erase our guidelines. Big fat pink eraser. You should have a nice shape now to the mahi, the dolphin. Very good eating fish. A lot of the pelagic fish don't taste that good because in order for a fish to swim fast, the muscles have to get a lot of oxygen, so generally the flesh is more gray. But with the dolphin, maybe because he hangs out under that seaweed, his flesh is white, and it's extremely good eating, very popular in South Florida in our restaurants here. So you can see here we have our basic shape of our dolphin. Now for the painting, they are a blue to a yellow. We're going to use big brush, Okay, we're going to start off with our dark blue. Dark blue, starting here at the top, big brush, I want a little darker, and we're going to follow the top of the fish all the way down to the peduncle. I'm going to make it a little darker, and just nice sweeping lines. We're also going to use this same dark blue with the side of your brush. We're going to go up here and make our spines of our dorsal fin. We're going to come back and define it, but you can see each stroke is like another spine. Kind of cool, huh? And we're also going to do this on our ventral fin right there. Okay? And a little bit right through here. Now that we have this dark blue, I'm going to come back and I'm going to get my yellow. Now with the yellow, we're going to start at the belly. It's yellow on the bottom. And up here in the face, get your yellow, big brush. We're using our yellow. Also yellow in the tail. Nice big strokes, fill that in with the yellow. And yellow on this anal fin. Strokes to show how the fins are. Okay? Now we're going to bring that yellow, look at that how we're getting the green now. As we bring our yellow up, we're bringing our blue down. And that becomes the central color of the green. Do it around the fin. We don't want the fin to have that color in it. I'm going to get a little more blue, a little more of the dark blue, and I'm going to bring that down. We're blending our top blue with our yellow to get that central color of green all along the edge there. And it comes down and kind of blends. Making sure the nose is curved there. And just a little bit of this yellow and green on this pectoral fin right there. Okay? Also, just use a little bit of the blue, and we're going to dot it just a little bit to go into the peduncle and a little bit on the outside of the tail. We'll come back to that in a little bit. Okay? So we've got our base colors down. Rinse your brush out, dry it off, and push down to blend those colors. So we're pushing it down like that. All right, I'm going to go back and I'm going to mix my black with my dark blue and come in again on our spines, and we make these sweeping motions to show those spines. And I want to darken it again with some black and the dark blue up here at the top. So it goes over like that. There we go. Okay. And a little bit back here. A little bit on the nose. Okay. Now I'm going to set my big brush down. I'm going to get my small number 4. I'm going to make a combination of my dark blue and my black, and I'm going to come around here on this nose. Big. The males are called the bull dolphin, and they've got a really pronounced forehead. Now for the mouth, he's got lips, and he always looks kind of like he's frowning. So we're going to bring the mouth down like that, and his lips right on top of there. His bottom lip, which almost juts out a little more than the top lip. Bring that down, make it a little darker there. And we're going to show from here going up with this gill. A little bit more of the dark blue. And a couple more lines here for the gill cover. This, if you look up under the fish here, you'll see how the gill splits on both sides. So a couple more lines there. This is with the dark blue and the black. Now for this particular fin, we're going to go on the top, and we're going to show the spines on this pectoral fin. a little bit further up here at the top. And we're also going to use the dark color to make our spines in our ventral fins. So there's 1 and 2. And I'm going to show the edge of it. It should actually extend a little more here. So we show the extension. Now the eyeball. We're going to use just black, and we're going to put in the eye with a little bit of light. There's always that reflection. And we're going to show a bit of the outside area that the eye kind of sits in. And it's funny, but about the dolphins, they kind of look angry. So I'm going to use a little more blue, and I'm going to make kind of this line that goes over the eye. It almost looks like he's angry. It's kind of funny. Now there's a couple more lines around his mouth. He has quite a few wrinkles, it almost seems, around his face. And I'm going to, again, blue-black, a little bit of a line under this on the belly, the ventral part of the fish. Now let's go to this anal fin. Black and blue, and we're going to make those spines, the tip of the brush, going all the way back. And we can just do a little bit of an edging right here. Okay? Now we're also going to get that same blue-black, and we're going to define some more spines. I need a little water here, in the dorsal fin. And the hard dorsal joins with a low dorsal. This is not uncommon in a lot of fish. Some of them it's very obvious where the hard dorsal stops and the soft dorsal begins, but in some fish, like this mahi, it extends all the way. Then I'm going to make a little bit of a continual line to where the dorsal, the outside part is, and comes in there at the bottom. Let's go back to the caudal fin, or the tail. I'm going to make a dark line right here. Again, black and blue. Come up here, very light line showing the fin coming out. I'm going to get a little more blue in this because I don't want it too dark. And a little bit of a light line coming in here. Same thing with the bottom part. Very tip of your brush. We don't want it to be an outline, we just want it to be a definition. And with a little more blue, I will put in a few of those spines. Not putting in a whole lot, but some of the spines. Okay? So we've got some spines in right there. Now the dolphin also has spots. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to change out this brush for a larger. This is about a number 7, number 8 round brush. And I'm going to get just my blue, and I'm going to put some dots on him. So I'm using a bigger, fatter brush, and I'm putting in these dots. Some of them are a little more obvious than others. It goes all the way up here to his forehead. And just continue. These dolphins are usually in groups, and they love to hang around areas where there is what we call flotsam. That's anything that's floating on the surface of the water. It could be an old board, it can be a lot of seaweed. When we fish, we look for the weed lines, which is these long mats of sargassum seaweed. And there's some other things sometimes that are in there, and the dolphins love to hang out under those. So a big board, oh, they love the big boards. Now I'm also going to dot a little bit into the tail. Now this I'm using the lighter blue, and I'm putting a little bit into the tail. Wash it down just a little bit. Just a little bit here into the tail. And some more of these dots. They have these spots. The other interesting thing about dolphin, when you see them in the water, they have, again, these beautiful colorations. But after you catch them and they're on the boat a while, the colors fade. So you really only see this beautiful color while they're in the water. I'm going to get a little more of my yellow and make it a little brighter up here. With my yellow has a little blue in it, so I'm getting a little green here. Yeah, just a touch of the blue in it, and brighten it up a little with this yellow. Again, my yellow had a little bit of blue, so that's good. I've got this bright color right through here, using this fatter brush that I used for my my dots. And I got a little more yellow, and you know what? I'm going to bring just a little more blue here too. Just pushing it through. You can play around with this to get that overlap. But it is funny. You're on the boat, you've got this beautiful dolphin, and you keep looking at it, and the color goes away. It's kind of funny. Going back up here to the eyeball, I'm going to make sure that my lips are shown, and my lines around here, my eyeball, little bit lines here, and I also want to put a little bit of blue at the very bottom here, just a little bit, just going back like that. Also on this anal fin, there's just a little bit of blue near the base, so you can use, again, I'm using the bigger brush this time, a little bit of dark blue here by the base. Okay? Now if you'd like to really show it in its habitat, you can show the seaweed that it likes to hang under, and that would be the sargassum seaweed. So I'm going to do just a couple strokes of it using my brown. I'm going to make a couple lines of my sargassum seaweed. I have the whole video on how to do sargassum seaweed. Change my brush, and it's that down, wiggle, 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 lift. I'm just going to do a few of these because the dolphin are usually found under the sargassum seaweed. I'm going to put a little bit of orange around my eye here, just a little, and I'm going to take that same orange, my small brush, put a little bit here. I'm just highlighting a few things around the gills, a little bit around the mouth, and a little bit here on this fin right here, a little bit on the center here, just a few little add-ons of the orange, a little bit up here, and just bring a little bit of orange through there, lighting it up. So we have our mahi, our dolphin. Great eating fish, very common in South Florida. We're just going to write it. The mahi. Mahi-Mahi, that is the Hawaiian term for it. Found in warm waters. A great eating fish. Hope you enjoyed doing it.